Jets Nation, welcome back to another Jets Media live stream. Today is a great day to be a freaking New York Jets fan. He fires it over the middle, touchdown! Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets tie the football game! It's a toss to Breece Hall. Breece Hall cuts up the middle. Breece Hall's loose! Breece Hall's gone! Breece Hall is gone! He walks into the end zone! That's a Jets touchdown! Sauce Gardner's there for the game winner! That's New York Jets, new era Robert style of football right there. Breaking news, the New York Jets got him! Aaron Rodgers is officially a member of the New York Jets! The vibe amongst his fan base is just a really awesome thing to watch our fans have a reason to be excited. This Jets team is ready to take flight this year.
We're going to show the world today what Jets football is about. Let's go. All we need is us. All we need.
I got high expectations for them, and you should too. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's go Jets. Jets.
Jets, Jets, Jets.
Let's go! Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? It's your boy Richie, and today let's talk about the official practice squad for the New York Jets. We also are going to hear about what Joe Douglas had to say about the New York Jets. He spoke for the first time since we heard from Aaron Rodgers in his introductory press conference. And Joe Douglas had some very interesting things to say. We're going to break it all down. We heard from Robert Saleh this morning. We got some things to talk about. Let's freaking go. Hit that like button on your way in, everybody. Can I please get a... Let's freaking go. We live right now from the studio. Things are happening, baby. Hit that like button on your way into the show, folks. Let's get this thing started. This is the studio, but this is nothing close to where it's going to look. Really, unfortunately, a lot of things are on back order. I have my neon light on the floor. It's not up yet. This is going to be a different color painted wall. There's going to be a lot of other stuff, but I do want to show you guys something. Listen, this wall is not going to be this color. September 13th is when it'll be painted. Look at this beauty. Woo. That's going to be on the wall. Let's freaking go. So, things are happening. Things are moving. This wall is going to be a nice green colored wall behind me eventually on September 13th. It's not going to be black. Sorry to disappoint people, but it will be a green colored wall, and it's going to be decked out with Jet stuff all over it, baby. But this live stream is not about my studio. It's not about the setup. This is still a work in progress. I wish it was already done by now because my goal is for this to be officially set up for the start of the season, but it's not going to be set up officially until mid-September. That's all good. That's all good. Now, I want to talk about the official practice squad real quick. They added 5 new players. We got Jalen Holmes, the defensive lineman, linebacker Marcelino McCrary-Ball, former 49er. Adam Pankey, offensive lineman, has been with the Jets before. Jason Poe, another offensive lineman. And then we got Tyreek Jones. So these are the 15 practice squad players for the New York Jets. As you guys know, Bam Knight is not on the New York Jets no longer. He is with the Detroit Lions practice squad. The Jets elected to go with a different player on the practice squad at that running back position. is Xavier Valade, which is a pretty cool name if you ask me. So things are happening on this practice squad. The depth is there. We got our third string quarterback. We got Trey Dean, Tanzel Smart, Zach Kuntz. Those are the big names that Jets fans were really hoping that we can get back. So other than that, man, this practice squad seems to be ready to go. This Jets team seems to be ready to freaking take flight this season. Let's get it, baby. Let's absolutely get it. Guys, if you did not already, please consider hitting that like button right now, baby. We got 51 people tuning in right now. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, folks. Now, I do want to get into what Joe Douglas had to say, because what Joe Douglas had to say was pretty damn interesting. Now, he was asked many different questions, but the main thing I want to talk about is Joe Douglas getting ready, and is he getting prepared to go all in for a mid-season trade? Now, he was asked that question, and he said he is positioned themselves flexibility, and they have enough flexibility to go all in to make a move. Now, I think the reason why he feels confident with that, we saw some news this morning. The Jets restructured Bryce Hall's contract to free up an extra $2 million in cap space. So the Jets are opening up even more money heading into training camp, heading into the NFL season. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. The Jets continuously are opening up space for the Jets to be aggressive at the trade deadline. Now, this is something that Jets fans need to realize. There's a different aura with this team right now. We're in a completely different timeline, and this timeline is something that we're not used to as Jets fans. We're used to trading our players for draft picks. That's done with. We are not doing that anymore. Now, these New York Jets, what are we going to do? We're going to trade our draft picks for players. Big time difference. And I think that is something that Jets fans have to really embody, that this is a new era. Joe Douglas had to trade away Leonard Williams, Jamal Adams, Sam Darnold, all these different people in order to get assets to build this team to where it is today, to get guys like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Elijah Vera Tucker. All those names came from draft picks that the Jets got from those trades of trading away all those guys, including Michael Carter II. He was the third round or fourth round, fifth round pick that they got in the Leonard Williams trade, just for an example. Now we're in a different era, folks. This is the first time we're going to see these New York Jets be aggressive at the trade deadline, be aggressive for a player at the deadline to help win now, sacrifice our draft picks for the future to help win today, this season. That is damn exciting because we've never had that before. We've never had that. And Joe Douglas, this is the timeline for it. This is the timeline. He set this team up to do exactly what he's doing in order to build this team. I mean, we're pretty much stacked everywhere. Now, you might be wondering, now, what position are we going to go after? What could Joe Douglas do? What more could we ask for? Well, the wide receiver position, I like it, but I don't love it, right? We love Garrett Wilson. He's going to be a damn superstar at wide receiver. I think we can all agree with that. But outside of that, we got wide receiver 2 and Allen Lazard, who has a ton of upside, who I think is going to be a big-time red zone target. I love Allen Lazard. We got Hardman, the speedster. We got the seasoned vet in Randall Cobb. Outside of that, we got the undrafted free agents of Xavier Gipson and Jason Brownlee and Irvin Charles. But there might be another wide receiver the New York Jets want to bring in at the trade deadline. And I absolutely love it. I think that the New York Jets would be smart to add another receiver at some point this season. Now, offensive line is another position that Jets fans have been talking about. I don't know why people keep talking about safety. Personally, I don't know. I guess I'm the only one that likes our safeties. Robert Saleh was speaking glowingly about Jordan Whitehead this morning. I know, like, no Jets fan likes Jordan Whitehead. It seems like if there is any, there's very little amounts. But I actually think Jordan Whitehead is, like, way overhated by this fan base for I don't know what reason. I'm not saying he's great. I'm not saying he's the best player on this defense, but I think that he's a solid player that can be part of one of the better defenses in the NFL at safety. You heard Robert Saleh talk about him. You'll know what I'm talking about. Go watch Saleh's presser this morning. I'm excited to see what Jordan Whitehead can do in year number 2 with this system. That's just a small little example of how freaking ready this team is. But I do want to get into some quotes that Joe Douglas had to say. There's no video of it, so we have to base it off of quotes from different beat. But here's Connor Hughes. Here's what he had to say. One thing about him with Aaron Rodgers, I thought was funny, is that he still can't believe Rodgers is the quarterback. Now, this is what Connor Hughes said. The Aaron Rodgers hype clearly hits all levels of the organization. Douglas said there are 5 to 6 times a day where he sits in his office in disbelief that the Jets have Aaron Rodgers. Someone asked Douglas if he's seen signs of MVP Rodgers or the 2022 Rodgers that took a step back. Douglas said neither, pointing out instead of 2023 version of the quarterback, Douglas highlighted his tight window throws, compact delivery, how the ball rifles out of his hands, decision-making. Off the field, he's been blown away about how genuine he is. Rodgers truly cares about building relationships with those he's going to go to war with this year. I think that's a really cool little soundbite and quote that we heard from Joe Douglas speaking on Aaron Rodgers, because he's gushing about this quarterback just like every single one of us. Joe Douglas is low-key one of the fans. You know what I mean? But he's the one that's building this damn stacked-ass roster, so that's cool. We got a big-time super chat from my man James with the $10. Thank you so much, my man. Everybody give my man James some dono hype in the chat. You deserve a JETS. Now, we're going to be adding some sound bits to the show every time we get super chats and some things like this. So, James, thank you so much. He says, Richie, say it, they got fat while we starve. It's buffet time for us, baby. Love it. I love this analogy that James keeps bringing up. They got fat while we starved. It's time for the buffet, baby. We starved while everyone sat back and got fat, and now we get to eat all the leftovers, baby. Let's freaking go, James. I appreciate the super chat as always. Your generosity to the channel always means a lot. Nikki asks, are there still Week 4 tickets available? There are no Week 4 tickets. I only am selling Week 3 tickets, but I'm sold out on game tickets. But I do have tailgate tickets available, Nikki. So that's available. If you want tailgate tickets, you got it. But I don't have any game tickets left. My apologies. Now, getting back into what Joe Douglas had to say, he said the New York Jets have this is what Connor Hughes' tweet was about Joe Douglas press conference. He said the New York Jets have Super Bowl aspirations and they're not running from or hiding from them, Douglas said. Internally and externally, they are embracing all that comes with being a team many have pegged for great things in 2023. They're still taking all of this 1 week at a time, though. As for the start of the season, we're ready, he said. So Joe Douglas is obviously taking into consideration that this Jets team has high expectations and they're looking for that damn Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl season. Now, I think there is a 2-year window here. I think we all know that Aaron Rodgers is not going to be going anywhere after this season. He's going to be here 2 years minimum. So it's not like it's a Super Bowl or bust this season. But I'll tell you this much, it's playoffs or bust this season. I think every Jets fan can agree with that one right there. So I think hearing Joe Douglas say that internally and externally, they're embracing all that comes with being a team that's pegged for greatness is really cool, really exciting. When Joe Douglas came here, I always told everybody on my channel that like it's going to take time for Joe Douglas to fix this roster, and the time has passed. All that time that he did to build his roster has got us to this freaking point today, which is Aaron Rodgers with a stacked up team around him. You look around this team with Aaron Rodgers, where is the weakness? Where is the freaking weakness? You can argue there's positions better than others. Yes. I can argue this offensive line is not a weakness with this team. And I really, really believe, I believe that this offensive line is going to prove so many people wrong with the healthy Mekhi Becton. Tailgate ticket, please. I got game day. Mr. K, what's up, bro? Which one? For week 1 or week 3, my man? Week 1 or week 3? I have tailgate tickets available for both week 1 against the Bills and week 3 against the Patriots. Let me know, Mr. K. Love to have you there. Who's got a deeper and better defensive line? Nobody. Freaking go. Now, the next quote I want to talk about that Connor Hughes has on his tweet about Joe Douglas. He said, Mekhi Becton was almost an afterthought for the Jets heading into the season. There was no plan to work him into the starting lineup. The summer began with Max Mitchell and Billy Turner competing for that starting job. Douglas said it's been, quote, awesome to see how Becton took that job for himself. He said the energy he's playing with is reminiscent of his rookie year, and everyone remembers what rookie Mekhi can do. Do I have to remind you what rookie Mekhi can do? Yeah, rookie Mekhi Becton was one of the best tackles in the NFL in year number 1. The only issue with Mekhi Becton since has been injuries. So let's all hope that Mekhi Becton can stay healthy on the football field and be ready to go week 1 throughout the entire season. It's going to be a really big test for Mekhi because we only saw limited reps from him throughout preseason, and he's not been through a full game yet. And it's been 2 years since, more than that, if you really put in consideration, he hasn't played a full game in the NFL since his rookie year. So really going to be curious to see how he holds up at right tackle throughout an entire game against a good Buffalo Bills defense, man. That's going to be exciting stuff. What's up, brother? Week 3, please. I got you, Mr. K. I got you. So for anybody that's interested in going to week 3 or week 1, I do have tailgate tickets available. I'll link it right now in the chat so you guys can get your tickets. School didn't start yet. I have no idea. Did school start? Somebody let me know. Who did you think is a realistic wide receiver option we could pick up? You know, Mike Evans, his name is being thrown around. I really don't think Devontae Adams is realistic personally, but I think it all depends at the deadline. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of things that needs to be answered throughout the season heading into that trade deadline for us to really get a good understanding of who's going to be available at the deadline, Alex. That's kind of how I'm looking at it, at least. You feel me? You're tailgating with Gotham City Crew. Yes, Gotham City Crew is hosting the tailgate for both events, week 1 and week 3. JD keeping options open for the trade deadline, not for the current roster, but for future injuries that are inevitable. Yes, exactly. Don't make it seem like it's just because he's not content with his roster. Injuries are an unfortunate reality of the sport. So if the Jets suffer an injury this year that's detrimental to this team, you know that Joe Douglas is going to be aggressive to replace that player at the trade deadline. So let's hope that doesn't have to happen, though, for obvious reasons. I'll be there section 201 Monday night. Let's go. James, let's freaking go. I'll see you there. I would love to have you at the tailgate party if you're interested, but let's freaking get it. Let's freaking get it. All right, so anybody that's interested in coming to the week 3 tailgate, here is the tickets. Week 3 tailgate. And by the way, the tailgate, again, is hosted by Gotham City Crew. Comes with all-inclusive drinks, food, alcohol, live DJ, arcade games. I'm doing a live show from the event, so you guys can come be featured on it. So anybody going to week 3, there it is. Woo! Exciting stuff, man. Now, getting back into the Joe Douglas presser. Douglas added he's excited about this offensive line as a whole. Now, Luigi wants week 1. I can get you that as well, Luigi. No doubt about it. Before we go deeper into that, now, I really, really think that the New York Jets, they're excited about this offensive line, and so should you, man. I really think that Jets fans, I know that we have a lot to prove with this offensive line, and like a lot has to be proven that this Jets team can be able to sustain injuries at the offensive line. Obviously, we're hoping that injuries are not an issue, right? We're hoping that injuries don't happen, and I think that the only thing holding this offensive line back will be injuries. But I really, really strongly believe that this offensive line went healthy with Brown, Tomlinson, McGovern, Tippmann coming eventually, AVT and Becton. I mean, how do you guys feel about that offensive line? Let me know right now in the chat. How do you feel about that offensive line? Because I think it's pretty darn good. I think it's pretty damn good, man. And you add in a Mekhi Becton next to AVT. That's one of the better young duos next to each other on an offensive line in the NFL. And I know it's really all about how we can evaluate the talent because we haven't seen them. And there's a big what unknown. And that's something that Jets fans are kind of scratching their heads about. Well, Richie, I'm confident, but it's still an unknown. We don't know how this offensive line is going to operate. I did also see a report from Bleacher Report this morning about that the Jets are viewing Breece Hall as their number 1 running back. And that's not shocking news to me. I feel like we all knew that. And I think that Jets fans kind of agree, right? I think we agree that the Jets are going into the season with Breece Hall as their number one running back, no matter what, right? How do you guys feel about that? Richie that has fire. I need to see what logo is on the back. It's just an NFL logo. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. So, people interested in week 1 tailgate party tickets, that's linked down below in the description. If you want to refresh the live stream, you'll see a new link in the description for week 1 tailgate tickets. Week 3 tailgate tickets are linked at the top of the chat. I can't wait to meet you too, Mr. K. Nervous, but health, not talent. Facts. Laken Tomlinson was excited. If he's excited, I'm excited. Exactly. AVT only getting better. Bro, AVT is one of the most Like, people forget how good he was last year and what he was doing last year. They really do, bro. Euphoria MG with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man, as always. Big time shout out. Iron sharpens iron. The D-line is working. The O-line to elite status. Just watch. That's a great point. I mean, this offensive line's got to go up against this defensive line, which is freaking deep, baby. So deep. And I think that the defensive line, they're helping out. I mean, picture this offensive line have to go up against that defensive line every day of practice. That's going to make them better. I don't think this offensive line is going up against a better defensive line throughout the season. Does that make sense? Can't wait to meet you week 1. Go Jets. Jimmy, cannot wait to meet you too, bro. Let's go. Slow and steady wins the race. You know it. You could put me next to AVT and I will look serviceable. It's true. Jets O-line is solid. Needs to stay healthy. Facts, Dom. That's the missing piece, is the health. And guess what? We're healthy right now. We are healthy right now. How does that feel, baby? Euphoria, another big-time shout-out to my man for the generous super chat. Guys, if you're just tuning into the show, do not already hit that like button. We only have 40 likes with 100 people watching. I think you guys can do better than that. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Euphoria, you deserve a JETS Jets chant. Freaking go, baby. Every time we get a super chat, that chant goes loud. Eagles D-line has me scared, not going to lie. As it should. I mean, that is definitely one of the best D-lines in football as well. We'll see them week 6. So far, so good on health. Yeah, let's go. We're pretty much healthy for the most part. I know that Rich Cimini's scaring people on Twitter, saying that he doesn't see Will McDonald at practice. But I don't know if that is actually something to worry about. Let me check. Yeah, I mean, I still don't know why nobody asked Saleh about Will McDonald in press conferences after his injury, but well, we'll see. The injury report comes out, I think, today. Cap rollover is a definite possibility to sign our young kids to long-term deals. Absolutely, man. Joe Douglas's next thing to do is prioritize the long-term deals. Iowa, hit that like button, Richie. You should know this, man. Thank you, Edgar. Appreciate you. Let's worry about Buffalo. Sick of talking about anything else. One game at a time. That is true, man. Let's focus on the Buffalo Bills, because when we get to the Buffalo Bills, then we go right next. Turn the page. Dallas, you're next. Hit the like. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. We also heard from Saleh say that the Jets are going to have 3 captains named Monday and then 1 captain named by the coaches every week on Fridays. If I had to guess, it's going to be CJ Mosley on defense, Aaron Rodgers on offense, Justin Hardy on special teams. So that's probably going to be the 3 captains if I had to guess. I always hit the like button. I know you do, my man. That's why you're my man. That's why you're my man. Let's go. Thank you, Rich. Jets will get blown out week 1, but at least that will ground them and make them go to work instead of living off hype and self-admiration. So you're saying if the Jets win week 1, that's a bad thing because they'll be living off hype and self-admiration. Oh, my man. You never disappoint. Rodgers probably give Jets another 35 mil. I mean, he better. I mean, I'm kidding. He doesn't have to do that. He already gave the Jets 35 million, and that's why we are freaking pumped up for our guy. Jets fans will win week 1 with that crowd. It's going to be insane. Is anybody going to week 1? Let me know in the chat right now. Who is going to week 1? Please let me know. Let me know right now in the chat who will be there for week 1. Buffalo Bills, New York Jets. Let me know right freaking now, baby. Hopefully the never beaten Eagles is the heights. Let's go. We will beat them. For the first time in franchise history, we will beat them. Yeah. Let's go. I'll be there every week until that AFC Championship home game. Let's go, Luigi, my man, at season tickets. Even if the Jets are shaky on offense, this defense can pitch shutouts. Exactly. We just need this offense to be serviceable. Put up 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Is that too much to ask for? And I think that will help win the game. We want more than that. I know. We want more. We want more than that. But hey. Kelly cannot wait. You're going to be there week 1, Kelly. Let's go. Do you have season tickets? Allen won't hear a thing and will throw a pick to Sauce. He's going to throw a pick week 1. It's just a matter of to who. Ooh. Who's it going to be, Josh? Who are you going to throw the ball to? I know it's going to be a Jet player. Come on now. I honestly hope it's CJ Mosley getting a pick 6 on the first drive. Can you imagine that? You guys remember the CJ Mosley debut? Jets debut? What was that, 2020? 2019, actually. Wow, that's a while ago. CJ Mosley had like the greatest first half of Jets history, and then he gets hurt. What year of AVT's contract? So this is year 3. Next year will be year 4, which is where the Jets will probably have to negotiate a long-term deal with AVT next year. If he stays healthy all season and he plays at an elite level, the Jets will definitely look to extend AVT next offseason for sure. Or honestly, pick up his 5th-year option and do what they did with Quinn and Williams. I think that's kind of what is also likely. We have a lot of people to pay, and that's a good thing because that means that we have a lot of really good players for cheap. I think people are underestimating our receivers. Rodgers has plenty to work with. I agree, Jimmy. I think people, I don't know, they're expecting the moon and stars from this receiver room. We have a damn superstar at receiver in Garrett Wilson and a guy in Allen Lazard who I think Jets fans are kind of sleeping on. That's a pretty good duo right there. It's not the best duo. It's not Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but it'll freaking do. I think people are forgetting how good Garrett Wilson actually is, man. Curveball. JJ gets an interception off a batted down pass. Give me anything. There's no if, Mr. Bonesy. He is healthy and will stay healthy. And he will be a problem. You are completely right. Let's get it. Let's freaking get it. Allen's new name is Pookie. New Sack City. Going to give him a lot of hits, baby. Oh, my God. I just needed to come here already. Can it happen already? We have better receivers than the Chiefs. We do. We do. Kadarius Toney. The best. They do have Travis Kelce, which you got to remind yourself about. And Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks to ever live already at a young age. But you have a point. I still believe me, the number 2 receiver, if you want to make a push to the Super Bowl, even though this team is really, really good. What does this mean? I still believe me, the number 2 receiver, if you really want to make a push. I don't know what that means. This team is loaded. Does anyone remember the shit we are used to? Whew. Johnny says, I keep saying that, great member of the channel. I really think our tight end room will feast on opponents this year. Conklin going to go off. Yeah. Speaking of Conklin, he is going like undrafted and barely drafted in fantasy football. If you guys want to get value in your fantasy football drafts, Tyler Conklin is a very interesting candidate in fantasy because you can get him like all the way in the 13th round. And I think that he's going to get like a good 4-6 catches a game, maybe a touchdown here and there. Don't sleep on CJ Uzama as well. Duos like Chase Higgins don't got a duo like Breece Dalvin in the backfield. Now, that is true. People keep forgetting, like, oh, our wide receivers. But how about our running backs? Hello? You can't have the best of both worlds. You can't have the best wide receiver duo in the NFL and the best running back duo in the NFL. We have the best running back duo in the NFL, and we have arguably a wide receiver who is ready to take freaking over the league in Garrett Wilson. This offense is ready, okay? It's just a matter of, can they get on the same page with Aaron Rodgers right out of the gate? Quick passes, get rid of the ball quick, be on the same page. When Aaron Rodgers makes an adjustment at the line, is everybody on the same page and making the right decisions? And is Rodgers getting rid of the ball fast? Is the ball in time? Picking up first downs, kicking your field goals, getting the touchdowns, all those things. And I think that the Jets offense in week one, it's not going to be as explosive as we like. Maybe there's a couple explosive plays, but I think the defense is going to be the key for this week one game against the Buffalo Bills. And we have a lot of time to preview that game against the Buffalo Bills that we'll be doing all week long, leading into it, baby. Leading right into it. Woo. I'm getting so giddy talking about this, guys. Folks, if you're just tuning into the show, please hit that thumbs up button. We have 55 likes. I think we can do better than that. Let's get it going, baby. Hit that like button on your way in if you're pumped up about these New York Jets. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up. You should be too. If you're not pumped up, how can you not be? It's got to be the best Jets season of our freaking lives. My life for sure. That's for damn sure. As a 25-year-old, where do you think Jonathan Taylor ends up? Hopefully nowhere and just stays put and just, I don't know. There is a chance he does get traded mid-season. That's for sure. But I'm hoping it's not anywhere else. So, yeah. Let's freaking get it. Richie, do you think they will sell out throwback jerseys at the stadium? Do you think they will sell throwback? Yeah, absolutely, Jimmy. Absolutely. Glad to see Hall restructured his deal. Yeah, Bryce Hall restructured his contract, folks. And I think that's something that Jets fans need to keep in consideration, that the Jets are freeing up money, man. The Jets are freeing up freaking money. And you just wonder what they're preparing for. They're preparing for something. They are preparing for something right here. That's big time. Richie, do you want Bosa? Honestly, am I the only one that just does? Not that I don't want Bosa, but we don't need Bosa. I don't think we need him. I get it. You have the best defensive line. Just keep adding to your strengths and just keep piling it on, but I just don't think we need Bosa. I'd rather use our assets somewhere else. I like Jermaine Johnson there. I like Will McDonald. I like Bryce Huff. I like Carl Lawson. I like John Franklin Myers. Nick Bosa is better than all those players. I get it. But I like our depth at that spot. Let's use those assets somewhere else. That's how I felt about Cook. Yeah, good point. Down to 1.097 mil from 2. Yeah, so Bryce Hall restructured his contract. And I think that's pretty damn interesting. Pretty damn interesting stuff, guys. Yeah, I don't need Bosa. You're right. We trade Bryce Hall for Bosa. Imagine. That would be crazy. I'm 50 and it's the best looking team during my life. My time being a Jet fan. So that's 47 years. Woo! We've waited a long time for this moment, Mr. K. A long time. Hit that like button. It's free of charge. Thank you, my holy king. Remind the people. Dalvin Cook, risky pick in fantasy. How do you see him being utilized? I think for where he's projected to go, I think it's good value. I think you get him later, like 4th, 5th, 6th round. I think it's good, man. He's going to be used in this offense. Don't get it twisted. Richie, are there any offensive linemen we can go after? Not really. I mean, who are you replacing on this roster? Like, what offensive lineman on the team are you replacing? The Jets, they're not replacing Joe Tippmann or Wes Schweitzer, Max Mitchell. You can argue Billy Turner. But like as the 4 backup offensive linemen, I don't really see someone that they're going to replace. So I think they're pretty good right now. And we get Najeldine back. Najeldine's on IR right now, I think. Makes me think they told Hall he'd be cut if not restructured. Wonder if same convo wasn't had with Corey Davis. Yeah, I think that conversation definitely had with Corey. They told him that you're going to get cut if you don't restructure your deal. And Corey was probably like, well, I don't want to play for that amount of money, so I'd rather step away from the game. And he's also dealing with something personal that's bigger than the sport. So the Jets start 5-1, then win 14 and go to the Super Bowl. Can you imagine that? My gosh, would I be at a loss for words? I really would be. I don't even know what it's like to handle success. I mean, last year was a little sliver of taste of success early on in the season. You feel me? Little taste. Guys, as you guys know, we do have a proud sponsor of Jets Media. That is BetUS. Now, BetUS, you guys can get a 125% sign-up bonus when you sign up for BetUS if you click that link in the description. Now, I do want to get some really cool BetUS bets right here. Now, you see this bet that they got here. And I want to get your guys' thoughts of it. Because look at these odds. For the New York Jets, you can predict their stage of elimination, right? So for them to lose in the wild card round, it's plus 275. For them to lose in the divisional round, it's plus 425. To lose in the conference championship game, it's plus 1,000. To win in the Super Bowl is plus 1,600. And the odds are even higher or like crazier to lose in the Super Bowl. So these odds are really freaking good. And I got to give a big shout out to BetUS because they are the official sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media throughout the entire season. And reminder, if you guys want a 125% sign up bonus, you guys can click that link at the top of the chat. And it really does help out the channel if you guys can help me out because I placed a lot of bets on the Jets this year. And I do got to remind you guys, please bet responsibly because I will be giving you guys awesome promos and awesome things to do with these deals. And I really respect and I think that you guys will bet responsibly. And if you guys have any issues with betting, you guys can reach out to me. There's also a hotline to do that. No doubt about it. But I want to get your guys' thoughts in the chat about which one do you think is going to happen this year? You know, objectively speaking, put your fan cap aside. And now let's put your realistic cap on. We're talking money here. So you want to really predict which one you putting your money on. Lose in the conference championship game, lose in the Super Bowl, win in the Super Bowl, miss the playoffs, lose in the wild card round. I mean, this is a really hard bet to make because like we're all thinking the same thing. We want to win the Super Bowl. There's no way we don't want anything other than that to happen, which is why BetUS is so cool, man. You get really cool betting things. I mean, you can bet the stage of elimination on that. So again, guys, click that link that's in the top of the chat. You get a 125% sign-up bonus, which basically means when you sign up, you put $100 in, they give you $225 to play with. Say you put $200 in, you get $450 to play with. So they basically give you free money to play with when you make your first initial deposit on behalf of Jets Media. So make sure you guys check that out. Another bet that I want to show you guys, look at their odds to win the AFC East. Now, the Jets have the second best odds to win the AFC East according to BetUS at plus 250. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills are going to lead the way with this because they are the 3-time reigning division champions. That makes so much sense. We get that. But the Jets at plus 250 is pretty good odds. And I put money on that personally. I mean, I think at plus 250, guys, to win the AFC East, I like it. And hey, we're above the Dolphins. And I know that there's a big rivalry between the Jets and the Dolphins, but Vegas has the Jets finishing in second place according to BetUS. And I think that's interesting. But this next odds that I want to show you guys, which is probably the most interesting. Odds to win Coach of the Year. Robert Saleh is at plus 1,600 to win Coach of the Year. What do you guys think of that? Put things in perspective. If you put $100 on Robert Saleh to win Coach of the Year, you will win $1,600. Now, it's going to take a lot for Saleh to win this award. That means that the Jets are probably the best team in the AFC. We are the first seed. We're like 15-3, 14-4, or whatever the math is. But the only way Robert Saleh wins Coach of the Year is if this Jets team is one of the best and they live up to the hype. And I feel like a lot of people are worrying like, oh, what if the Jets don't live up to the hype? What if they don't become that good team that they're supposed to be? Well, why don't you flip it around? What if they are that team that everyone's hyping them up to be? What if the Jets actually do live up to the hype? Well, I think there is a chance that Robert Saleh wins Coach of the Year, for sure. Now, listen, you don't have to bet on Robert Saleh. Maybe you think it's Dan Campbell. Maybe you think it's going to be Arthur Smith somehow, which I don't think is going to happen. But there's really good odds there on BetUS for Coach of the Year. So again, guys, click the link pinned at the top of the chat so you guys can get 125% sign-up bonus on behalf of BetUS. And if you do make a first deposit, shoot me a DM. Let me know. Love to make some similar bets as you guys. And also join the Discord because we are very vocal with our betting stuff over there. We like to share our bets and try to win some money together. So we can all share the wealth instead of hoarding it for each other, right? And I'll be transparent with you guys. I made a bet on the Jets winning the AFC East. I put a bet on the Jets winning week 1, and I'll be placing some more bets for sure heading into the season. 13 wins is the bottom 15 in the top end. The one loss for sure will be against the Bills. All right, John. I'll see you there. Yo, remember they got fat while we starved. It's our time. Yeah, baby. If Breece Hall delivers at 80% of 2022, we will be in the playoffs. Say that again. People forget, bro. AVT and Breece Hall healthy last year with a healthy Mekhi Becton. We're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. Tell me we're not in the playoffs. Somebody in the chat right now tell me if Breece Hall, AVT, and Mekhi Becton were healthy last year, the Jets are not in the postseason. And I know it's a big hypothetical, but we are in the playoffs with those three guys healthy. We were 7-4 at one point because of a run game. And then all those players got hurt. I mean, Mekhi got hurt in August, but you know what I mean. The one... Guys, also Monday is going to be the official launch of the brand new show here on Jets Media with Jack. We have a special guest lined up. A lot of fun segments. So call-in show, all those things happening this Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Get ready. Get ready. Fucking go. They should extend Bryce Huff while he's still cheap. I agree. That's someone you do not want to walk. I mean, the reason why, if he does walk, the Jets will be getting a comp pick, but I don't even want that. The Jets defense will take the Jets to the Super Bowl. Facts. And that's my favorite part, okay, about this Jets team. It's like, oh yeah, Rodgers is here to carry us to a Super Bowl. No. It's not just Rodgers. It's the damn defense. That's why Jets fans are getting pumped up about it. Love your channel, Richie. Smash that like button. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Even though I know you are a Bills fan, the support means a lot to the channel. Guys, we're at 78 likes. Can we get to 100 likes before the show wraps up? We are live from the new studio right now. Still a work in progress. Still got to get a brand new paint on the wall, which will be a nice color of green. Going to have a lot of stuff on the wall. I do want to show you guys something real quick. I showed you guys to start off the show, but I know we have other new people joining live. But I want to show you guys, I got something special that's going to be hanging on this wall in due time. Check it out. Look at this beauty. Woo! This is going to be on the wall. It's still in its wrapping. I got to figure out a spot for it. But tell me this is not fire. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be the studio. We're going to be doing everything from here. We're going to have special guests in studio. Matt O'Leary will be the first guest for that eventually because he is a local Long Islander like myself. We got me and Jack every single Monday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Monday throughout the entire season. And all my live streams will be from here. We're going to be launching a new oh my God. It's overwhelming. I brought a lot of stuff from home. I'm hanging up on the walls. We got this. This has been on my wall behind my studio at home. You guys seen it? Signed Quinn Williams. Let's freaking get it. Also, special announcement. I do have a giveaway to announce soon. I have a signed Garrett Wilson and a signed Sauce Gardner jersey that I will be giving away in September. So stay tuned for that. So I got to say that again. A signed Garrett Wilson and a signed Sauce Gardner jersey. Both signatures. I'll be giving away for free. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you now how to enter to win, but we do have something on the way. That's exciting, man. Let's go. You guys are great. I appreciate you guys. 84 likes. I think we can get the 100 before we all wrap up. But folks, today is the official day. 1 week before the season starts. Tell us, Richie. Not yet. We have a I'll just say this. I'm really excited about this new sponsorship that will be launched next week on September 6th. That's when we will officially announce the giveaway, and the giveaway is tied in with the new brand deal. So stay tuned. A lot of exciting things coming. We're going to have a big launch of a giveaway, a brand new launch of a brand deal. And just to remind you guys, without these brand deals, I cannot do what I do full time. So you guys supporting these brand deals really helps out me, and it really helps out the channel, and it really helps out me creating the best possible content for you guys every single day. So just keep that in mind. The more brand deals you see coming, the more success is coming for you on your guys' end in terms of the whole channel sake of things. So if you guys did not know, this is my full-time thing. This is my full-time business. This is what I do for a living. So without all these deals, I would not be able to survive. I would not be able to do this for a living, not be able to afford all my bills. So I just wanted to say thank you guys, because I do appreciate it. And just remember, supporting the channel means supporting the brand deals. Simply clicking the links, simply just making a simple deposit really goes a long way for the channel, really helps out me in more ways than you know. It's gonna be freaking awesome. It's gonna be awesome. This season's gonna be magical, bro. Your new look is great. Thanks, Kay. Yo, Richie, so stoked for the season to start. Me too, Tyler. Entering Jet Life Stadium, House of Pain. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. House of Pain indeed. Hold on. Someone just knocked on my door. All right, I got my buddy just pulled up. We're about to do some stay tuned, actually. What's up, chat? This is my man Paul. We are launching brand new merchandise on the channel. Jets Media merch is coming, guys. And my man Paul, he has a clothing business, and he is going to be helping out with that. So stay tuned. A lot of exciting things coming. Jets Media merch is on the way. Sick designs. I'm wearing this is the first ever merch I ever launched, but there's going to be a lot more exciting stuff coming from there. No, that is not Jack. Jack cut his hair. Nope, that's not Jack. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. A lot of exciting things coming. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Any other news that comes your way, I'll be here to let you guys know all about it. Peace and love as always. Let's go, Jets. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.